was my version of the Mississippi John Hurt classic Pallet on Your Floor, but an instrumental version, and with some sidestepping to Doug Baker and Steve Mann. If you're interested in the tablature, I tapped that. The 6 passes, the 7th, well, it's an improvisation. I will explain it to you, but it's not in the tab. But the first 6 are all tapped out. And if you're interested, please do open the video description below for a link to my website. We're in standard tuning. Here are my E's. And let's play the first verse not too fast. We're starting, well, we're playing the key of C, so we start with the C chord, pinky on the 3rd fret of the 1st string. Leave it, well, go up and place it on the 2nd string 3rd fret. Like that, and then move the whole chord and move down. So those first 2 bars. And I use a lot of muting here to keep the sounds short and to give it some swing feel. And you can adjust the speed, of course. You can play it, well, fast or medium fast or slower. That's up to you, of course. Alright, then we go to a F chord with a thumb wrap, which is the easiest thing, I think. Bending that 2nd string 3rd fret. And notice how I mute very often the beats that have just a bass note. Like that. And in the fifth measure we're going back to a C. F. Again, that pinky does a lot of the work. And here he goes to the 4th fret, and you see I'm releasing my index so I can move that to the 4th fret more easily. If you keep your index on the 1st fret, 2nd string, it's gonna be hard to reach that 4th fret. And those 9th and 10th measures, they come back again and again, and you can do right-hand variations there. And you will see further on that there are a lot of variations what those 2 bars concerns. So bars 9 and 10. E. Hammer on. And to keep it simple, I release all my fingers except the index finger. I keep that on the 1st fret 3rd string and go with the pinky to the 4th fret 1st string. And then to the 3rd fret 2nd string. Back to F. C. And G. C7, and we're going to the 2nd verse. you see that the first two measures, again we have the thumb wrap F chord. Very often you hear when there's a lone bass there that I keep it short, and I'm able to play with my thumb, flash or nail and switch between those two to put some accents here and there. And mute immediately. C. And notice that in those C measures, the alternating bass moves between the 5th, 4th and 6th string. And in the 23rd measure we're going back to our F. Long. And again you can release your index finger to do that bend with the pinky. Makes things easier. Pinky works better that way. And I'm bending, and in the next beat I'm releasing. Back to C. E. Sorry. F. Bass moves into the C chord at the end. Alright, the next measure. Now the second measure, you see that in the tab I wrote out the lyrics. So if you want to sing it, that's where you can place your words. Make me down, pallet on your floor. Oh, make me down a pallet on your floor. Make me a pallet on your floor. Down, down, soft and low, and make it so your real man never know. Like that. It's a fun song to sing as well. Alright, then well, in the tab it's the third pass, it's placed as the first solo. I wanted to do the version with vocals, but since there are so many solos, it stands as an instrumental as well. And you can sing it if you want to sing it. So in the third pass, which is written in the tab as solo 1, I'm using some ideas from Steve Mann's version. Alright, so we're starting with the F, and there's a lot of movement there. Back to C, again that F, same riff. One more time slowly. E. that's also a lot of movement, especially if you want to play it at a certain tempo. So in measure 43, we have an E7, and in 44 we hammer on, bend the first string with the pinky, and now in the middle of the fourth beat of the 44th measure we're going to change to an A minor. G, F, B, C, move up, so let's start again with measure 44, that E chord, change, 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 move. And the difficult, part is you move the whole chord. Well, the whole chord, I mean just the pinky goes up to the 5th fret, and you go back to the chord form. And you change to a D, D7, partial, G, C. One more time, very slowly. Cool bass run that resolves from C to the F chord. So one more time. F. And that A there is really ringing to the next beat. So we started with that. Back to our C. Back to our F. And in the last beat of measure 56, the third page of our tab, we're going back to our C7. Again, that measure 55 and ongoing. So in 58 we're back to our C chord. And you see I'm again releasing my index finger to get that stretch to the 4th fret 2nd string more easily. That was C, and then back to E7. Notice the bass also goes. And I'm playing that with 2 fingers there. F. Fourth fret, 3rd fret, hammer on and pull off. And then an E flat diminished 7, which I grab like this. Barring the 1st fret, adding the 3rd finger to the 3rd string 2nd fret, and the middle finger goes to the bass string. hit a beat, back to C. And again that bass drum. Then we have the next solo, starting at measure 67. That's a lot of bending there. And I mute with my picking finger. C. Again that bend. So I'm bending now in measure 71, bending and releasing in the next beat. And notice again, I'm releasing my index finger to be able to put more strength in my pinky. And again, I'm bending, and in the next beat, measure 72, I let it ring there. And release again. But pick it in the second beat of measure 72. And then pull off and open. That's a cool move that the bass stops there. So measure 73, 74. That's typical, some moves by Doug Baker. Kind of forgot in which book he transcribes his version of Pallet on Your Floor. And I think it's also 6 or 7 passes long with some very intricate picking. This is the easy way out, what I do. Measure 73. It's important that you keep the beat there. And in 75, you could say that I'm playing almost a G7, but I keep my other fingers in place and move the third finger to the sixth string. E7. A roll, thumb, index, middle. Again, our E flat diminished 7 and a F sharp diminished 7. And followed in measure 79. And another roll. G. And resolving in C7 to go to the last solo. And that's also very typical of Doug Baker. Some really jazz feel, although the chords are pretty straightforward. But by muting there, and the hard part is that C6 and then moving with your pinky, so that may take a while. And you could, in measure 85, forget about the pinky on the 3rd fret. Because that's the most difficult move. Go from the F and then to that C6 with the pinky there. In the 3rd beat, it's easier. So if you go to a straightforward A minor, then it's more easily, I think. Anyway, let's play it again, starting from measure 83. Back to our F. 4th fret, 3rd fret, 1st fret. And again that awkward C6. And it's all because we need that A there, which makes it, well, gives it a jazzy flavor. And you know, I mute that. C in measure 91. E7, and that's our D7 moved up, and the index is added to the 2nd fret of the 4th string. And notice how I mute. With my 2 picking fingers I rest on the string after I picked it. To do that, of course. That's without any muting there. And then we're going to a C, barring the 3rd fret and adding the pinky and the 3rd finger to our 1st and 3rd strings, 5th fret. Diminished chord, C, G, pull off, and C7 at the end. And then I played another verse, and I think if you got this far and have this in your fingers, I'm pretty sure you can make up one of your own. But, and I don't know exactly what I played, but I know that I'm going to do something like that. And for the E7, I did something like that. So, and also I did that with 2 fingers, picking the 2nd and the 3rd string. Something like that. And again, a lot of muting. So that's it for Pallet on your floor. Have fun!